In realtà ha fatto il giro 8000 volte. C'è una conferenza per il ristorante, mi dicevi?
I made it to the inside the park, but they told me that I need like a press pass. I hope they will not throw me out of the building. Ma mi hanno detto che...
Ma di quale testata, scusa?
Allora, vi chiedo gentilmente di mandare il signore in via Bologna 32, ingresso principale, e rivolgersi all'accredito dove ci sono comunque le hostess.
Oh, you have a meeting with someone?
No, solo per filmare il museo, il bistro, la conferenza.
Dove devo stare?
Oh, senti, c'è il ragazzo lui che deve fare un torno.
Deve fare, scusami?
Deve fare delle riprese.
Sì, ma lui è detto ristorante.
È già venuto qua, vero?
Sì. Il signore è un giornalista, chiede se può entrare.
Buongiorno. Figurati, piacere, Marina.
Svizzera.
Benvenuti. Ciao, buongiorno. Did you fix the interview with the press office?
No.
Not
No.
okay. I can't insert you inside, but you can go around. I just have to call a press officer, people that come with you, but it's okay.
So I'm now inside the toilet of the main building, and they wanted to connect me with the press responsibles, but they are very busy at the moment with interviews, conferences. But now they told me that they make such public tours and that they can attend such a tour in 15 minutes. And so that's perfect. But now I have to go because they are waiting outside for me. There is a very high security standard. Oh yeah, I mean I could enter without a badge.
La regola citata nel progetto viene presa proprio da questo.
Inside the event hall where we are now, the guided tour just has finished. It was very impressive. Our guide was showing us the completely new offices, open space, meeting rooms where you can book them by clicking on a touch screen. There are everywhere Lavazza coffee machines, of course, for the employees, and even in the executive lounge on the rooftop with a beautiful view over Turin, there is a bar with freshly made coffee, and inside this lounge there was a very impressive private collection of the Lavazza family. They have some old coffee machines there, very ancient, very precious, and it was very nice to see. Now we will also have a look inside the slow food bistro, and then finally the museum. And there they told me I need this little cup of espresso, and we will see what I can do with it. So here is a milestone wall that is going through the history of Lavazza with ancient documents, photographies. Of course, what can't be missed inside this museum is the traditional Italian mocha express coffee maker. This is one of the first models, and the most famous one is from Bialetti, and because Alfonso Bialetti invented these coffee makers, and because he was searching for a way people could make the good Italian coffee they get inside a coffee bar, a coffee house, also in their homes. And so that's why today I've read that 90% of Italian households have such a Bialetti. Never seen before such a comfortable museum. So, putting my espresso cup here, and then listening to the history while relaxing. Even the astronauts that are going into the orbit, they don't want to miss a good Italian espresso. So you can even make pictures here with these two lovely guys. Here are my pictures. Welcome to the Lavazza universe. Let's see what we can do here. Well, here now I can receive my pictures. So I just have left the building. Unfortunately, I couldn't visit the slow food bistro because this was closed, but I could go inside the museum, and it's really great. It's made with so much passion. It's not boring, it's very interactive. You can do a lot of things, you can discover a lot, and mostly it's about the company's history and not about how the coffee came to Italy, how did it become so popular. That's not the case. Anyway, if you are a coffee lover, then this is the perfect place for you to go. There is also a little Lavazza store, and I got myself a little souvenir. I have to go in a few minutes to the coffee festival. Stefania, the gentlewoman I met today in the Lavazza bar, is awaiting me there, and so I have to go and visit her. Buonasera Stefania.
Come stai?
Sono molto attivo. Como tanto caffè.
Sì?
Sì.
Hai bevuto tanto caffè?
No, molto.
Dai, della
Okay, so it's an association in Turin or all over Italy?
All over the world.
All over the world?
Sì. To promote coffee culture in the world.
Perfect. Today I was asking so many people, do you know where this strong bond comes in Italy related to the coffee, this passion, and no one could answer it. Do you know that?
We created like a slogan that is Italian brew passion. The espresso, because it's not coffee, the espresso and also the mocha and this kind of is in our culture. But since many years ago was for example, one of the most important places where to go was the bar to talk together, to talk, the caffè letterario.
Socialize.
To socialize. Then there is a big difference. The people from Naples, they say this is espresso must be very strong, very dark, and then in the north it's more it's lighter, there is more acidity inside. Which one?
Look at this honor I get. Which one is fitting best to my blonde hair?
Blu.
Blu, ok,
Blu.
prendo il blu. Chiaro o scuro?
Questo.
Sì?
Questo, ok.
Sì.
Prendo questo.
Never thought I'd walk these hills with you again. Well, let's see what you wanna see. We can pretend we had to go.
But how can you drink it so fast?
I don't.
You don't?
I mean, not me.
You can. Look how fast she's drinking it. It's so hot. So a Swiss people has to wait 5 minutes. And an Italian girl is drinking it within some seconds. I'm very bad in that. If I would do a race against her, I would lose so badly. So that's why I don't do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I still have to practice a bit to how to drink Italian espresso. I'm not that fast. What do you think?
I'm too strong for you.
You're too strong. She's a strong girl, so I have to go and search now a weak girl that will be drinking slower than me. In which generation are you running the family business?
I'm part of the 4th generation. My great-grandfather started the company. His name was Domenico Vergnano, and now we are 5 Vergnanos working in the company. So it's there is a strong family background behind our company.
And how was it to grow up within this family business, the coffee culture? How did you experience that?
I was really born inside the coffee. I smelled coffee every day, and it's really part of my life, my goals. I really always wanted to do this, and this is really part of us.
When you arrived here in Turin for the first times you came here, do you remember what was making the difference from France, also regarding coffee? What is different?
Well, it's just there's a lot of parallels in a sense. It's both cultures have amazing food and wine, but in Italy it's very warm. There's something about maybe more family orientated.
You said before in an interview that the first thing you always do when you arrive here in Italy is to have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'd rather not have a coffee for 6 hours and then wait, because for me it's the ultimate welcome. The coffee in Italy doesn't taste like anywhere else.
And is it also like a social event? I mean, now you're all together here, you're going to drink coffee, so do you share coffee together?
Drink coffee is a moment that you can share with some friends and just to take some communication also with the friends. The coffee could be the link between communication, stay together.
I'm from New Zealand, but I live here in Torino, Italy. Ironically enough, as a New Zealander, my job is to teach the Italians about coffee.
How did you come here to Turin to teach the Italians about the coffee culture? I mean, you're from New Zealand.
Yeah.
How did this take place?
As most New Zealanders, I put a backpack on when I was younger and I started traveling the world. I came to Italy and fell in love with the country, fell in love with the food, the culture, and with an Italian.
When you arrived here in Italy, what were the first differences or the first attitudes you recognized within the Italian coffee culture?
You know, okay, Italian coffee culture, we talk about the Italian coffee culture. In reality, there's not one, but there's many. Today we're here in Turin Coffee Festival, and it's all about sort of what happens here in Turin. Now, Turin's got a pretty amazing coffee culture because it was the first city where coffee really became a part of life in Italy. As coffee arrived in Europe, it went to Venice, and then naturally came to Torino because this was, well, at the time, it was the home of the royal family. It was the time where the parliament was in Torino, so it was the important city. Coffee has always been, in the Italian culture, very important.
What was your motivation to start as a barista?
Even today, if you're behind a bar, it's a wonderful opportunity to be involved with the people, to meet different people every day. You've got this reason to approach the people and say hello, say good morning, find out who they are.
Also, this beautiful time here in Turin comes to an end. I'm so thankful for all the lovely people I could meet here, and also for that they were giving me such a deep insight into the Italian coffee culture. I have learned so much, and now I also know why the coffee is always so good when I go into a bar here in Italy. It's because of the baristas that are doing it with so much passion. They are attending schools, they are doing several courses all over the years and taking themselves a lot of time to develop the perfect coffee. I hope you also liked it and I could give you an insight into the Italian world of coffee. Also a very big thank to the Specialty Coffee Association, especially to Stefania, who was connecting me with all the people here at the festival. Thanks for watching, and I hope I can sleep tonight after all the amount of coffee I was tasting today.